Good morning, folks. And we're off. All right, everybody. Hope you're doing all right. Hope you're doing at least all right. And if you're not, let's see what we can do about that. Okay. So let's sit for a moment and just connect to breath and voice and hamstrings and. All right. Just take a brief moment to notice your body, your breath. Settle into that for a moment. And let's explore today. Um, you could start with your arms down. And as you inhale, you're going to raise your arms to about shoulder height. And then exhale, come down. Of course, modify if or when needed. And again, like that. And then, per your comfort, a couple more where the arms rise a little higher. Notice any effect in the breathing spaces. Maybe if you're just finishing, perhaps one more like that. Good. And then rest. I was working with someone yesterday, 101, and I was introducing the chest inhalation. And then he was doing Uttanasana, and he said, well, if I raise my arms straight up and I try and breathe in my chest, I can't as easily. I'm like, very good, grasshopper. Widen your arms. So, anyway, what next? What next? Let's chant. Let's all chant, as the disco song said. We did this on Wednesday. I'm growing fonder of it by the moment. Um, Lokah, again, I don't know all maybe I do. Lokah is like locale or location or realm. So may all beings everywhere in all realms. Samasta, I'm not sure. Maybe that's, like sama, even, equal, balance. Sukhino, as in sukha, well-being, bhavan, to a feeling. May all beings everywhere be peaceful, happy, and free. Probably a loose translation. Okay, let's chant Om first. Lokah samasta sukhino bhavantu. Join me when you're ready. Lokah samasta sukhino bhavantu. Lokah samasta sukhino bhavantu. Lokah samasta sukhino bhavantu. Now the Om Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Again. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. One more time. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let's just pause for a moment before we go into our movement, and you may want to lower your focus or close your eyes and just for a moment contemplate or imagine all the people in the world. We'll start with the beings in terms of humans. Imagine or connect to, in your own way, the billions of people on the planet. What do you think is our deepest need or desire as humans? And one more time, let's chant the main chant. Lokah samasta sukhino bhavantu. Okay, I'd like us to explore opening the back of our body a little bit using the floor. So let's do a little pod of practice lying down, playing with a little bit of arm movement, which is really also our spine and our ribs, Apanasana, UPP, all those classics, all those delicious, elegant. Yeah, so lie down, please. And let's have the knees bent. Well, we're going to do arm movements first. So if you have a hankering for long legs, lengthen your legs now. So legs could be bent or extended. And let's start with the arms alongside your body on the floor. And freely, no, not demanding too much of our breath or our attention. Feel the breath come in, let it loft your arms through the air overhead to that place where the inhale can fulfill itself. The arms help rather than hinder, and then exhale, arms coming down. Okay? And go like that freely a couple more times. Ujjayi breathing, if you like. Good. Okay, and then when the arms come down this time, if your legs are extended, you could bend your knees, soles of the feet on the floor, and just feel maybe you adjust just a tiny bit depending where you traction the back of your skull up a little bit away from the upper back. So just a little hint of Jalandhara Bandha. So the arms are going to keep moving like this. Now we start with the arms inhaling like you did overhead. Nice. And when you exhale, bring one knee to the chest. And let's just bring the hands back to the floor. So the knee comes towards the chest without the weight of the arms. So yeah, a little psoas action there. And then as you inhale, the foot goes down as your arms go up. And then on the other side, when exhale happens, belly goes in, long, low back, anchoring so the psoas can lever the leg in. Okay, now we're going to add to this. So when you exhale and the arms come down, bring the knee to the chest like you did. And then inhale, bring that foot to the sky, arms overhead. So the arms just keep doing the same thing. Right. And exhale, bring the arms down, the knee comes back to the chest. And then as you inhale, put the foot down, arms overhead. Good. And then the other side. So exhale, knee to chest, arms go down. Inhale, foot goes to the sky as the arms go overhead. Good. Exhale, knee to chest, arms down. And then one more time, arms overhead, foot goes down. Okay? Very stimulating in a way. So go like that again on each side. Play with the pattern for yourself. Enjoy. Go with the feeling of what you're doing, the feeling of the breath, the sukha, good feeling in how far to stretch the leg. Beautiful. Let's say this will probably be your last side. Take your time. Good. Okay, each will find their own ending. When you finish, pause a moment and feel the residual sensation flowing through the backs of your legs, perhaps your lower back, wherever you may feel it. Enjoy. And then would you bring your knees to your chest and your hands on your knees? And we'll do just a couple of alternating. So start with the knees towards the chest in Apanasana. And now as you inhale, both arms, both legs extending, feet go to the sky. Exhale, returning to the folded Apanasana. And see if you can introduce a little bit of envelope breathing. Let the breath begin and then the body comes after. Good. Let the exhale begin and then the limbs follow that. And then perhaps one more time. Nice. Okay. Then letting that be. When you finish, step your feet down, let your hands rest maybe on your abdomen or low ribs. And again, just take one moment to feel the flow of blood, of sensation of prana. Okay, friends, roll to your side. Let's come to all fours in your own timing. So we're all on all fours. Let the inhale lift your sternum, gentle purvatana, back bend. Exhale, now go back about 3/4 of the way. Draw the belly in as you bow the head and soften the chest and the elbows bend so the shoulders can be easy. Feel the inhale begin in the chest and that directs you back to all fours, chest, unfurling of the head like a flower. And again, when you exhale, initiate in the low belly, let the back round a bit. Go back about 3/4. Yeah, go like that a couple more times. Nice. Okay, friends. At this time, you could go back all the way if that's a comfortable position, or rest for a moment in a comfortable arrangement for yourself. Should we do a little bit of classical Chakravakasana? So this is where the inhale, you do what you did on inhale, but you extend and lengthen and lift one leg. If that's at all stressful, keep the toes tucked under on the floor, okay? So inhale, extend, and exhale, bring the knee in, and again, bow back about 2/3 or 3/4, or do a version that feels best for you. And you'll alternate like that. Mm-hmm. So we're building some strength in the back of the body. Mm-hmm. One more time, let's say. And then settle in a comfortable position. Could be child's pose or sitting on your heels for a moment, or all fours. Okay, so now we'll go in a moment into downward dog, which is similar to when we were doing the UPP on the back, and to see what's it like to stretch the legs in the back while bearing weight, a little more demanding. If there's any strain in the back or the hips, I would suggest you bend your knees in downward dog, okay? So from child's posture, let the inhale carry you up to all fours, sternum lifts, ready the hands alert and supple. Exhale, belly goes in, push and fly the pelvis back and up. Heels reach pleasantly into the ground. Just touch on it and then inhale, come back down. Don't stay, don't stay. Inhale, knees come down, lift the chest. And exhale, settle back in. And then repeat that again, and if your system is ready, you could stay a breath. Downward facing dog. Go ahead, please. Beautiful. When you come back to child's posture, rest an extra moment for yourself. And then go through one more time. Stay a breath, downward facing dog. Good. Stay a breath, and then if you'd like, you could transition to standing from downward dog by walking your hands back to your feet on an exhale, or feet to hands, or a little bit of both. And rise when the inhale's ready. Take your time. Everyone will find their own transition here. Okay, so we've been upside down for a while, and so just take a moment to feel the new orientation. Okay, friends, so let's do a little bit of forward bend. We're gonna inhale, raise your arms from the front, palms forward, arms up but open enough so we don't pinch the collarbones. Exhale, belly goes in as you bend forward, Uttanasana. Now, stay in the forward bend. Inhale, lift the chest slightly. And exhale, bow into Uttanasana. Inhale, lift and lengthen the arms. Rise back to standing. Nice. Exhale, drawing in the low belly. Good. Pause a moment. Let's try that again. So inhaling, chest expands, breath flows down the spine. Exhale, belly goes in. Empty, empty, empty. Inhale, float your sternum a little bit away from your thighs. More chest than, head is easy. Exhale, belly flows in. Feel the length from the heels to the base of the skull. Inhale comes in, extends arms and spine, rise. Exhale, arms down. Pause a moment. So could we try now that same pattern? And if you want, you could chant Om as you exhale. Okay? Or try it. Inhale, raising the arms. Chant Om. Om. Inhaling, lift the chest a little bit. Exhale, chant Om again. Om. Inhale, rise to standing. Lower the arms as you chant. Good. Okay. Face the long side of your mat. If you're using a mat, we're going to take a wide stance. Let's play a little bit, friends, with Parshva Konasana, side angle posture. So let's, depending on how much your hips open, if your hips are really wide open, you could just turn out your left leg 90 degrees. Most of us probably do well to turn the right leg in a few degrees, 5 to 10, 15 degrees. Turn out your left leg, okay? Arms start down. And as you inhale, let's bend the left knee, open the arms to the horizon. Exhale, bring your forearm to your thigh, bend sideways, arm goes up. Reverse now. Inhale, keep the left knee bent, right the spine. As you exhale, lower the arms and lengthen your leg. Good. Let's go like that again. Inhaling, radiates out, bending the knee, tracking knee over ankle. Exhale, side bending. Good. Inhaling, come back to vertical, spine. Exhale, arms lower, leg lengthens. We'll go and we'll stay a breath now. So start the same way. Inhaling, bending the left knee. Exhale, side bending. Good. Now stay there. Inhale, raise your arm a little closer to your head. Look up. And then exhale, reach the arm back to vertical. Look down. Let's try that again. Inhale, reach your arm up. Turn your nose towards your bicep or your elbow. Exhale, turn your head down. Arm goes up. Whee! Inhale, come back to vertical spine. Feel your feet. Exhale, release your arms. Beautiful. Rotate the legs to parallel. Let's go to the other side. Turn in the left, turn out the right. 2 repetitions of dynamic. So inhaling when you're ready, bending the knee, open the groin. Exhale, side bend. You can lean a little bit into your leg if you want. Inhale, come back to vertical, gradually tail into the ground, crown into sky. Exhale, arms settle into gravity. Good. Now, long ujjayi. Don't outpace your breath. Long ujjayi. Inhaling. Long ujjayi, exhaling. Long ujjayi, inhaling. Long ujjayi, exhaling. Good. Now we'll start the same way and stay a couple breaths. Long ujjayi, inhaling, opening. Long ujjayi, exhaling, side bending. Inhale, raise the arm, turn the head up. Exhale, look down, the arm goes back to vertical and maybe a little bit behind you. Stretch the pectoral area. Repeat that. Inhale, reach your arm up in relation to the crown of the head. Turn the head up. Exhale, look down. We're working and stretching the neck muscles. Inhaling ujjayi, gradually back to vertical. Woo. Exhale, release. Go parallel. Find a gradual transition. Please, feet underneath your pelvis. Let your arms just drape for a minute and feel the head, neck, shoulders, the shoulder girdle after those variations. Can you feel the flow? Contract, release, contract, release. Actually, unless you're having acute neck pain, these sort of things are so good, right? Contract, release, stretch, and strength. You know what I'm trying to say. Lengthen, strengthen. Okay, friends. Good. What's needed now? Let's bend forward again and we'll play with a little bit of chair. Okay? Let me think for a moment. Yeah, let's try this. Okay, so stand up, samasthiti. So as you inhale, raise your arms from the front. Exhale, bending forward. Good. Now, inhale, come into chair pose with your palms at your heart. Namaste. Chair posture. Good, now stay there. Exhale, rotate, little twist in chair. Turn your spine. That's it. Inhale back to center. Exhale, turn your heart, belly flows in like your ears are alive. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release your hands open, bow your head into forward bend. And rest there for a couple of breaths. And then when you're ready, let it inhale, lift and lengthen the arms, rise back up. Exhale, arms come down. Okay, you know, sometimes in some classes you might take your elbow and pry it on the outside of your, that's okay. It can be a little risky. So we're doing a open frame, just easy turn, right? Only go as far as the body and the breath are happy. Okay, so should we try it again? Inhaling, arms lift, heels into earth. Exhale, let your hands and your head travel together through space and bow. Nice. Inhale, come to Namaste chair. Keep the back of the neck long. Exhale, turn to one side, drawing in the low belly. Turn each vertebra. Look behind you. Inhale, keep the diagonal of the spine. Exhale, turning. Inhale, returning. Exhaling, release into forward bend. Nice. Rest. Stay for at least a couple breaths. Easy ujjayi. And then eventually you'll come up on an inhale. Each person will follow their own breath. Good. And finish in your own timing. Pause and just take a moment of receiving. Okay. Please come to all fours. I'd like us to do an adaptation of Chakravakasana, and then we'll apply it to downward dog if it's a good fit for you. But let's come to kind of like what I call slanted sphinx. So it's like all fours, but you're going to place your elbows where your wrists would usually be. So your elbows are under your shoulders. Okay, and then you can start with the spine long. So your hips will be higher than your heart, which is higher than your head. Lengthen the back of your neck. Good. Now, as you feel the inhale, slide one foot behind you and lengthen and lift your legs so it goes to maybe the height or the angle of your torso. And exhale, come down. And then the other side. And as you lengthen and lift, you could slightly lift the chest. So there's a little bit of back bend feeling. And then as you exhale and put the knee down, relax and bow the head. So there's a little bit of forward bending. And just try that in your own timing again. Good. Good. Okay. And then after this one, lengthen and lift both legs and stay 10 breaths. Just kidding. All right. How's that? We're good? Now let's come up to all fours. Actually, let's come into child's posture. So we're going to play with extensions within downward dog if that's appropriate for you. If it's not, you could repeat some of what we just did. Okay, so from child's posture, let the inhale bring you to all fours, chest floats. Exhale, contract the belly as you go to downward facing dog. Feel the push equally in your arms now as you inhale. Lengthen one leg back and up. Push equally with your arms. Exhale, lower the leg. Stay with Ujjayi. And the other leg. Inhaling, lengthening, and lifting. Exhale, come down. Good. Now stay for one more breath with both feet down. Inhaling. Stay exhaling. Heels reach, arms push. And then eventually inhale will bring your knees to the floor. Lift the sternum so your head can float up after being down for a while. That's important, right? And then exhale, bow into child's posture. Rest a moment. Reflect on whether you think what we just did is the best thing for you or returning to the Sphinx variation. And then you can go into the one that feels right to you. Okay, you can go in your own timing or I'll lead you through. Inhaling will bring you to all fours. Sternum lifts. Head is tilted a little higher than the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Now focus on the space inside the chest, inhaling as you reach one leg back and up. Good. As you exhale, the pelvis kind of goes up as your foot goes down. Yeah. And then the other leg rides the inhale into length. Let the push of two arms support the reach of one leg. Nice. Exhale, return. Stay for another breath cycle in downward facing dog. Good. Eventually, the inhale lowers your legs, knees to the floor. Let the head go up above the chest for a moment. And then exhale, settle into child's posture. Good. Pause a moment. Okay, and now whatever position is comfortable for you, if sitting on your heels is comfortable or just sit cross-legged for a moment, you don't have to get your bolster and everything like that. Just sit. We just want to bring the head above the heart for a couple moments. So just give your system a moment to acclimate, not be overwhelmed by the inversion, let it settle. Okay, very good. Now, I'd like to explore a little bit like we did on Wednesday with here are the options. You could do legs on a chair or a couch, so your lower legs on a chair, or you could do legs up the wall, okay? Or if you don't have anything to lean against, you could just lie on your back with your knees bent and your feet standing. So plenty of options. So either resting with your lower legs on a chair or a couch, for example, or legs up the wall, or simply lying on your back with your knees bent. Good. So we're going to enjoy the time now to settle. The intelligence of your system is still absorbing and integrating the effects of the movements. If you'd like, you could rub your hands together a bit and placing your hands over your eyes for a couple breaths. There's a slight bending of the base knuckles, so there's just an ever so slight feeling of the hands being domed as opposed to pushed flat. Good. Stay there for a pleasing number of breaths, and then when you're ready, you could lower your arms on the floor at a low angle with the palms towards the sky. And let's do one set of finger contact nyasa. I think most of you know this, where the thumbs touch first the index fingers, then middle, then ring, then little. But we take plenty of time. Could be an easy ujjayi breath. Stay for inhale and exhale, and then move to the next finger. Okay, focus on the feeling contact of each finger into the other. Okay, when you finish that, just rest your fingers. And just for a moment, just be. Rest. You don't have to listen to instructions, just to feel and be for a couple moments. As you rest, you could imagine that you're resting underneath a clear, open blue sky. Open blue sky. So you could place your hands on the floor, rest your hands on your abdomen or your lower ribs, yogi's choice. We'll explore a particular breathing progression now. The inhalation is always free, as with the F, freely, so no particular counts. The inhale comes in through the nose freely. So here's the pattern. You're going to do 2 breaths, exhaling about 4 counts, then 6, then 8. 2 of each, 4, 6, 8, or it could be 4, 5, 6. So the inhale is always free, exhale is measured. So begin that now. Start with a free inhale, could be ujjayi, exhale about 4 counts twice. After that breath, progress, add up 1 or 2 counts, 5 or 6, exhale, 2 or 3 breaths. After this breath cycle, inhale continues to come in freely. Exhale, add 1 or 2 counts, 2 or 3 breaths. Then do 2 more. Inhale freely, exhale a comfortable maximum. Pause for 2 counts. After this next breath, rest. Again, call to mind the open blue sky, open blue sky. Yourself resting under that, and all the peoples of the world. What is our deepest desire and need? Now, when you exhale, slide your foot either down the wall or along the chair towards the edge. Exhale, bend one knee with the foot supported. Stay for the inhale, and then exhale, slide the foot back to where it was. Then the other sides, we're moving on exhale. Stay for the inhale. Move on exhale. Rest for the inhale. Exhale, extend. Okay. And do that again on each leg, moving on the exhale phase only. Good. When you complete the one you're on, or possibly one more, let that be, and then you can bring one and then the other foot, bend one knee, the other. Roll to your side and pause on your side, please. And you'll gradually now come to sitting. You could sit with your back against the wall of the couch or sit comfortably, supported vertical spine. So give yourself a moment to settle after that transition. Feel the vasana of the resting phase of posture in your body. First, observe your breathing, give it no direction, just give it attention for a couple moments. And then start to breathe through the valve of Ujjayi gently. It doesn't have to be strong. And then we'll start with counting equal inhale and exhale. So you know your breath length and capacity the best. So could start with 4, possibly 6, less than your full capacity, but comfortable. So maybe you start breathing in 4, out 4, Ujjayi. Okay, inhale will remain the same. So inhale 4, exhale, add 2 counts. So inhale 4, exhale 6, for example. After this breath completes, inhale remains the same, 4. Exhale, add 1 or 2 counts. Exhale, 7 or 8, within comfortable capacity. Inhaling 4, exhaling 7 or 8, several times. Two more breaths like that. After this breath completes, a couple more breaths, still breathing with Ujjayi, but no particular counts. 2 free breaths with Ujjayi. And then letting that go eventually and just sit in the feeling that's left behind from the pranayama. And now, if you'd like, you could bring your hands overlapped on the heart area. Some sense of this beautiful open blue sky. Eyes could be closed or open as you wish. As you inhale now, reach up to the sky, open to it. And exhale, bring some of that quality of the sky into your chest. And stay there for a breath. And you could repeat that, inhaling, opening to the sky. Exhale, bringing that into yourself through your chest area. Savor that for a breath. And then one more time like that. And now imagine some of this sky, imagine or feel this sky quality is planted in your chest, the blue. Inhaling, feel that. And exhale, let it circulate through your body as if your whole body becomes sky blue. Hands could stay at the heart or release. Inhaling, feeling in the chest. Exhaling, the blue sky spreads through your body. And then resting in that feeling for a moment. resting with all the peoples and the beings of the world in our deepest, truest nature. Chanting quietly together. Lokah samasta sukhino bhavantu. Lokah samasta sukhino bhavantu. Open your eyes a little stronger. Lokah samasta sukhino bhavantu. Lokah samasta sukhino bhavantu. Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you, everyone. I'm interested to hear now or later, if you wish, spoken or written form, how the extension of the exhale, like in the legs up the wall or on the chair, inhale free, exhale progressively longer, and then when we regulated the inhale and then extended it. Any of that, I'm always interested to hear, like, what's that like? If we're not doing a particular practice, it might be, it's a one-off, so it may feel great or it may feel odd, and usually it takes some time to kind of acclimate to those things. Or anything in the practice that struck you. I was sort of incorporating the downward dog with the leg extensions. I got Dr. NC's new yoga therapy book, which is 600 pages long. His second yoga therapy book number 2. And he has that in there as an inversion. And then what else did we do? Oh, he shows legs up the wall too, which is, yeah. So this is all part of the Vinyasa. Anything that is functional is in Vinyasa. Let's put it that way, shall we? But feel free to stay and chat a little bit, or if you want to send me an email or not, go on your way. Much care to everyone.
Thanks, Kevin. I sure did like the lengthening exhale. It makes it very quiet in the mind. Very lovely.
Good. Glad that was a good effect, Nikki. Thank you.
Yeah, I definitely feel a sense of softening with extended exhale. And it just, then I feel like more easeful in the next inhale. This sort of feeds, even though the inhale is free, Yeah.
Yeah, and generally speaking, the progression of breath development is letting one component be free and then extend one. It can also be done inhale 4, exhale freely 6, 8, right? Or I saw another pattern that Dr. NC, he had people doing these arm movements and even like sort of opening. So you would inhale for 4 and exhale ma chant, 4, 4, 4, 6, 6, 8, 8. So you can let one phase of the breath be free, either just breath or a simple chant, and then kind of build. And then later you can kind of regulate both phases, 2 or more phases. So those of you in your practice or um, in your teaching can be particularly effective, those progressions. Do you have something to share, Jill?
I like the progression, the easing into the longer breath. It just helps to open things up in a nice, calm way. Yeah. And I just wanted to say hi to Patrick, and I was going to say hi to Patricia, but she already left. So
I know our Zoom neighborhood. Thank you, everybody.
yep. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Kevin.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.